Hello everybody and welcome to Dark Souls. It's one of my favorite games in recent times, and as you can see I've played quite a decent amount, not like a ton or anything, but I do have my main here, 168. I think I'm on like New Game Plus Plus Plus. This is on New Game Plus. This one's still on its first playthrough, and then this is a level 1 pyro run through that I'm trying to do. But anyways, let's get started with a new game. Enter character name, just go with Mighty New, why not? Male class. So for the class here, I'm gonna definitely want to play a strength character this time. So I'm probably gonna go with someone who has a decent strength and dexterity level. So 12 and 9, not pyromancer, that would be dumb. Deprived. Deprived has like the most spread stats. Well, he's got decent vitality, 13 strength, 13 dexterity. He's got 14 with 11 and 11. Well, I'm going to go with the warrior for this playthrough. And the gift. So all the gifts are okay. Like, the gifts in this game aren't really meant to be like amazingly game breaking. Like, you get one or two of these goddesses' blessings, which can come in handy in a pinch. These black fire bombs are pretty good if you want to beat the very first guy you can see, which I'll talk about a little later. 20 humanities. I don't know how many you get here when you start. It's probably only one, but instead of one humanity you get two. Binoculars are really useless. This pendant, no idea what it does at all. The master key is basically, unless you're choosing a thief, you should always choose the master key. It allows you to go further into the game easier. The tiny being ring, it just increases your HP. It doesn't actually slowly recover it, otherwise it would be way better. It just it just increases your HP a little bit. Nothing else. And then this allows you to talk to a girl earlier on. So we're going to start with the master key, physique. This, like I said, has no meaning whatsoever. And just let's choose I don't know, I'm gonna go with commoner. Hair, nothing, like you're not really ever gonna see your hair, so I'm just gonna go with like short. Color doesn't matter, like I said, we're never gonna really see the hair. Let's go with purple and accept. So let's get this game started.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty lords peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
So that was the intro, gives you a little bit of backstory to what's going on. And
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead.
yes, so
In this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
alright, so like I was saying, the cutscene gave us a little bit of backstory here to what's going on. We have Nito, we have Lord Gwyn, we have the pygmy, who I'm not actually sure who it is in the thing. We also have Seath the Scaleless, who is a dragon who betrays his own. Because, yeah, why not? Seath is kind of a dick, as we'll find out later on. We have this guy who helps us, and I think we run into him later. The reason I say he helps us is because as you see this white light above him, as we're gonna find out right now, it contains a key, which just allows us to exit our dungeon. So, obviously, I'm playing it on the computer, yet I'm using Xbox controller. And the reason why I'm using an Xbox controller is because in this game, the PC controls are impossible to use. They're not impossible to use, but this game's already relatively hard enough as it is on its own, without needing to send the controls everywhere on the PC. It's just the controls weren't optimized for a mouse and keyboard. But hopefully in Dark Souls 2, which comes out in a couple months, the PC controls will be a little more optimized. But yeah. So right now we're an undead. You could see probably a little better if I took off my helmet, and we're fighting other undead. There's a difference between us because we haven't gone hollow yet. They've gone full hollow, which means now they're basically zombies. Yeah, they're zombies. Alright, so here This guy, if you kill him your first time through, you get a weapon from him, and most people, you can kill him with this puny, like, broken sword, but the easiest and fastest way is to kill him with the black fire bombs. So if you were going to use, you know, if you wanted that, not sword, it's a mace I think that he gives. So if you were going to try and do it, you normally use like the black fire bombs to kill him. It's really quick. Now that we have actual weapons, not like a broken sword hilt, and we have a nice shield, we'll actually do some damage and won't, you know, like, have to kill everything the 100 hits. But like I'm saying, Dark Souls, it's been critically acclaimed as one of the harder games in a very long time. And honestly, I've played this a ton, and I'm still gonna make it, like, see, simple mistakes like that, and I'm still gonna make it seem friggin' hard. Like, there's just some things I can't do. So this is Oscar. He's the one who helps us.
I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon.
Who knows what
Lose my sanity.
what he did or how he dies.
You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure, Oscar, I'll hear you out.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission.
It's like I'm trying to hump Oscar, what?
There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringest the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite.
So he gives us.
To harm you after death.
So he gives us an Estus flask and a key to get on through the next area. Now that he dies, it sounds like he stabs himself there to die. Let's just run back, collect the 100 souls that he gives. We're just gonna run down here really quick, open this up. Because I'm an idiot and took some free damage, I'm just gonna rest at this bonfire to get my health back. So this game, there's only a couple ways to get your health back. You use an Estus flask, you use a humanity which will restore your health to full, or you rest at a bonfire like I just did. Obviously the cheapest and normally easiest way is just to rest at a bonfire. However, whenever you rest at a bonfire, all the enemies you've killed respawn. Every single person. So if you are trying to get somewhere and you need to rest at a bonfire because you're low or you ran out of Estus flasks, which by the way do replenish at a bonfire, then you have to kill them all again. Which isn't normally too bad. I mean, a lot of the times you're going to want to kind of, I wouldn't say you have to grind or anything in this game, but you definitely want to be able to kill more people. So this is our first somewhat hard enemy, honestly. The only reason I say that is he's not a full, like, normal naked hollow. As you can see, he had an Estus flask, so he was trying to drink up there. He has a shield, he has some armor. So he's a little harder, but he's nothing insanely hard. So now, just to show you how hard this game can be, they're already putting you in this boss battle. Like, you already have to fight a boss. And you've probably only been playing the game for about 5-10 minutes now. As you can see, I'm just getting wrecked for some reason. Okay, so I'm gonna be really sad if I die here. I shouldn't die though. I haven't played for a little bit, by the way, so like that's why I'm getting wrecked so hard. Okay, well, now I'm just being bad. And he's dead. So, wasn't the worst asylum demon in the world, but it definitely wasn't the best. I should not have even gotten hit by him. But oh well, things happen. So now we can leave, and there we go. That's Dark Souls. We just beat the game. So definitely gonna catch you guys next video, probably. Pretty quick game. I mean, that's how it goes. Pretty quick. You know how it is. Some games are quick, some games aren't. Well, I'll catch you guys next time.